Him. He's been out with a sprained ankle. They will go without him. Those folks are saying, fear the turtle. Bonnies are saying, don't count us out. The tip is coming up next.
11 minutes to air.
As in 11 wins, always get you to playoffs.
Tell that to the 08 Patriots.
Or the 85 Broncos.
That of the pregame show, Sundays, CBS Sports Network.
You're Drew Brees.
I'm sorry to bother you, but my car broke down, and I'd really appreciate a ride to the stadium.
Yes! But no.
I have to stay here and wait for a package.
I thought anybody who rooted for me would have FedEx Delivery Manager. That way you can sign for your packages remotely and even customize your delivery time. Excuse me, sir. Could you take me to the stadium?
Sure, hop in.
Thank you.
Hope you like jazz fusion.
Sorry.
Customize your deliveries with FedEx Delivery Manager.
Oh, you are my sunshine. Oh, my only sunshine. Oh, girl, you make me happy sometimes when my skies are gray. You'll never know how much I love you. But I don't want you to take my sunshine away.
Hey, Vaughn.
Got a sec? What's up, Coach? I found this in your locker.
Coach, I'm delicate.
Together, we save big during Black Friday. We find the lowest prices of the year and the best brands for our celebrations. Right now, get up to 40% off major appliances like this entire kitchen suite, only at the Home Depot.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first, don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language, or talk with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
And don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
I'm so excited. Yeah. And I just can't hide it. I'm on cruise control and I think I like it. Oh, yeah. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Got me burning up, burning.
Welcome back to Destin. Semifinal number 2, St. Bonaventure Bonnies taking on the Maryland Terrapins. After TCU got past New Mexico, Mark Schmidt leading those Bonnies since 2007. Done a remarkable job with this program. For some late-breaking news, let's send it over to our third member of our crew, Gary Parrish.
It's a bit of a surprising development just before tip-off. Matt Mobley is not going to start this game. He's expected to play at some point, but I was told by a source close to the program he was late for a team meeting, so this is his discipline. So St. Bonaventure going to be without Mobley to tip off, and obviously also without Jalen Adams, their All-American candidate point guard, who sprained an ankle in an exhibition in the preseason and has not played since. I talked to Jalen about 20 minutes ago, and here's the truth. He hasn't even practiced since he suffered that sprained ankle. So it's highly doubtful we see him here in Florida, and there's no timetable for when St. Bonaventure gets its best player back in the lineup.
Wow, and its second best player, Mobley, who has done everything for them, is out. Gary, thanks so much. Take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by the Emerald Coast Convention. Isaiah Brockington now getting some starting minutes, Coach.
Yeah, you know, he's played well. He played well lately in their last game, so it's a good time for him, but this is a big step up in class here.
Mark Turgeon in his 7th season as the Terrapins head man.
What a great job he's done at Maryland. He keeps losing guys, and he's able to keep replacing them. That's when you have a program. He lost a lot of guys. Diamond, Stone, he lost Melo Trimble, and here they are now with a team that's really good.
Bruno Fernando with the tip, and Maryland with the first possession. Bender starts for them down low. Justin Jackson had it knocked away and got it back.
You know, interesting, Justin Jackson has really struggled. He was terrific last year.
Bender with the easy push shot.
They are much, much bigger than St. Bonaventure, especially when Justin Jackson's playing the 3. I don't know if he's really a pure 3-man. He has not shot the ball well this year from the perimeter, but he's still rebounding it well.
Well, we'll have plenty of time to talk about Justin Jackson and the pressure that's on him to be a potential lottery pick in the NBA.
Well, he had such a good year last year. He went through a period of about 5 games in a row. He was one of the best players in the country, but he just hasn't gotten off this year.
Josh Ianni with the first points for the Bonnies.
And now you see St. Bonaventure, they will play all kinds of different zones. Matchup, 1-3-1 that becomes a 2-3. Mark Schmidt does a great job. St. Bonaventure is a great school with a great tradition, but it's not the easiest job in the world when you're an hour and a half from Buffalo in terms of getting out and seeing players play. But you see here, they have this different zone, but a good pass in the Bender right there at the baseline where they're going to have an advantage.
Ianni picks up the first foul on the Bonnies. Herter to inbound after missing his first 3 attempt, and what a shooter he is.
He's a really good player. I mean, he averages 4 assists a game, too. He can do a little bit of everything. Good player.
Cowan on the drive, off balance. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Bonnies will run. Griffin backs off. Tried to get it to glass. Just a bit short.
I don't know about that shot. Now Bonnie's back man-to-man, so they'll switch defensively a lot. We talked to Mark Schmidt. He said, we have to keep Maryland off balance. They're so good. If you let them fall into a nice pattern, they'll kill you. Keep them off balance by changing up. Good play again.
That's the kind of dish you're talking about?
Kevin Herter with Bender and with Tchaikovsky is so good at that pick and roll. It's unbelievable.
Well, people wonder why Tchaikovsky, why isn't Tchaikovsky starting? Turgeon says immediately, Bender's one of my smartest guys. Love to have a big man down low who can think like that.
Moves without the ball. There, a good curl by Herter.
Stops Ianni's drive. Brockington making the most of his starting minutes with his first jumper. Who's that one off? It will be a turnover for Maryland.
You want to take a look at how smart Herter is. He's going to curl. This curl, stop it. He reads that, and it forces the help. And that's why Bender ends up all by himself on the baseline. All because of Herter curling into the lane. He's a smart player, knows how his man is guarding him. Curls instead of pops out, creates a basket for Bender.
Caputo to the rack, and Fernando swats it away. 23 is going to be something special.
Oh, boy, I love this kid, Fernando. The first time I saw him on tape, I was like, who's this guy? Plays with tremendous energy. You can't teach guys to play that hard.
Freshman has made a huge impact in the early going for Maryland in their 5-0 start. Brockington up and under, can't get that one. Another rebound for Fernando. Herter trying to get it back to Bender, and Bender smartly knocks out the key to make the ball go out of bounds. It will stay with Maryland.
You know, that wasn't a turnover by Herter, but that's been one of the things that Coach Turgeon told me about it, that Herter is turning the ball over a little bit too much for a guy with his ball handling skill. A little bit lax, even with that pass, though it didn't get turned over.
Herter wanted the dump from Bender. A foul is called out top. They'll call this one on Caputo. Second team foul on the Bonnies. Herter lost it. Caputo the other way on Cowan. Can't finish. Second tip by Ianni goes.
You know, another careless turnover by Herter. This kid is too good a ball handler to be averaging over 3 turnovers a game.
Bender. He lobbed it up to Fernando. It wasn't quite the lob Fernando was looking for.
I mean, you see Herter there. I mean, just where's he going? He's going between 2 defenders. The help was there, had nowhere to go. Not a good decision. to be interesting to see how long they're going to go without Mobley. But you know what? I give Mark Schmidt credit. You're late for that. Well, as soon as I heard he wasn't starting, I said he must have been late for a meeting or a pregame meal or something.
Josh
Sure
Ianni with his second pure shot of the first half. Do you ever have a guy miss a meeting and sit him down, and what length?
Oh, yeah. You sit him down. Depends on if it's the first time. First time, second time. He usually does everything the right way. Could be till the first media timeout.
And another turnover for Maryland.
Depends on the situation. It's all different.
Well, it's working out well right now with Mobley out of the lineup. Ianni can't get it to go, but will go to the line. So the Bonnies, without their powerful backcourt, either one of them still in the lead and looking for more.
Surrounded by white sand beaches and the beauty of the Gulf of Mexico, Sandestin Golf and Beach Resort offers 4 championship golf courses. This 2,400-acre resort is rated the #1 resort in Destin. Sandestin is the only Florida resort that provides the variety, the level of golf, and leisure options from the beach to the bay. After a day on the links, a wealth of amenities create a memorable Floridian experience. Start planning your golf getaway today.
Together, we save big during Black Friday. We find the lowest prices of the year and the best brands for our celebrations. Right now, get up to 40% off major appliances like the Samsung Laundry Pair, only at the Home Depot.
What makes the new DiGiorno Crispy Pan Pizza different than delivery?
Pan, 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 pan.
Pan, pan. You bake it fresh in its own pan, giving our new DiGiorno pizza a crispy, caramelized crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Can I get a glass of white wine and a Michelob Ultra?
Michelob Ultra, 55% fewer carbs than a glass of white wine.
Introducing Works Pegasus, a next-generation all-in-one work table and clamping system. Ordinary work tables can't compete. Pegasus has integrated clamps that hold materials tight at any angle. Steel reinforcement makes Pegasus super strong. To prove it, we had Pegasus support a car. Sets up in seconds and folds flat for easy storage. Strong, versatile, portable. A workspace, any place. The Works Pegasus.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Emerald Coast Convention and Visitors Bureau and the beautiful beaches of Destin, Fort Walton Beach, and Okaloosa Island. By Global Sports Management, the leader in worldwide basketball promotion. And by the Henderson, the Gulf Coast's most luxurious new resort.
Maryland with their Thanksgiving feast before this one. It just makes you happy to watch people eat turkey, Coach. I don't know what that is.
I like eating it myself, to be honest with you.
Matt Mobley has finally checked in. We heard from Gary that he missed a team meeting, and so he suffered for the first.
Late. I think late to the team. He didn't miss it.
A little late to you're right. Late to the team meeting.
He misses it. He's probably not playing at all.
So he almost misses the first 4 minutes of this one. But the Bonnies have picked up the slack.
But you know what? I think it's a good message because the other guys say, hey, guys averaging 25 a game, you can sit him. But how about this? You're up. I might sit him a little more, to be honest with you. You're up 8-4. Team is playing pretty good right now. Keep him out a little longer, maybe. Sends a better message.
Fair enough. Mark Schmidt has made his choice, and Ianni is perfect on the night.
That's easy for me to say. I'm sitting on this side.
Right. That's why you're not doing it anymore? Is that what they say?
Yeah, for sure.
That's right. He's made 2 jump shots, says Ianni. And now 2 free throws, 6 points of the first 10 for the Bonnies. Great start.
Little 1-3, 1-3/4 court press. You don't really see this too much. They do some different things, Mark Schmidt.
Jackson from deep. Buries it.
And that's what he hasn't done this year. Last year, 43%. This year, he's had trouble trying to buy one. That's a good sign for Maryland. But guess what? He's playing the 4 now. I think he's a much better collegiate 4 than collegiate 3-man.
Caputo steps back. That won't go, and Jackson another rebound. Wiley out top.
I like this team that Maryland has in the game right now, with Fernando as the 5. Not that Bender Tchaikovsky's a bad player. He's a good player.
Dump to Wiley. Deep 3. That won't go. Jackson keeps it alive and gets yet another rebound. Resets to Cowan. Herder in the paint. Nice defense by the Bonnies.
They will confuse you in the half court now.
Bender double team. And the Bonnies with a steal. And Mobley will set up. Number 2 is a scorer. And he'll get fouled and go to the line. Well, we talked about Jackson as a potential NBA lottery pick because that's all everyone was talking about last year.
Yeah, I mean, the kid obviously is really talented. Like I said, he had a run last year of 5-6 games in a row. He was scoring 25 points a game, but he has not come out of the gates as well this year as Mark Turgeon would have wanted. Maybe some of it is the pressure of him believing he's a lottery pick or a pro or whatever, which is great. But you got to come out here and play. And hopefully he'll get himself together. Making that 3 was big, but I really believe this. And it's hard for Mark Turgeon because he's got 3 good big guys in Bender, Tchaikovsky, and Fernando. But really, I think Jackson's best position in college is as a 4-man.
Well, it's interesting. The game has changed. And when you get guys around you and in your ear, depending on who your posse is, Tchaikovsky. Now there's the dish from Herder.
Herder has such a great feel for the game. He knows exactly where everybody is. He's a big time player.
Mobley off balance, bad shot. Herder collects, wants to run. Tchaikovsky at the other end, got it swatted by Griffin. This is a swat, coach.
This is a real swat, and good hustle there. Wow. Tchaikovsky's a lot bigger than him.
Amadi Ekpezi checks in for the Bonnies. But we talk about those names and people and posses, guys that you've got in your ear when you're a potential 1 and done, a potential 2 and done, a potential 3 and done. There's a lot more pressure in the game now.
Especially when you really weren't that guy coming out of high school. I think Justin Jackson surprised people last year. I don't think people thought they thought he was good, but not that good. And then it really gets to you in that situation.
Cowan to the rack. Can't get it. Tchaikovsky with the tip.
Wow, that could have been on the rim.
It was close.
Hey, this officiating crew, you can see them in the Final Four this year. Same thing with the last one. 2 really good officiating crews here.
We've got 6 refs here tonight that are as good as they get. Doug Schaus, Jeff Anderson, Steve Olson on this crew now. Mobley from deep won't go. And the long rebound got Cowan.
Anthony Cowan is such a good rebounding guard. Great roll to the basket.
Take a look, coach.
Yeah, St. Bonaventure never recovered to Tchaikovsky there, and he ends up by himself. That shouldn't have been good.
Yeah, that looked like it was still hanging. There's Jeff Anderson.
Bonaventure's been changing up the defense.
Herder lost it again.
Another turnover for Herder. So he's got 2 turnovers. He's got a lost ball that he's lucky to get back.
5 turnovers in the first 7 minutes for Maryland. Herder will sit. Jared Nickens in for him.
And that's the thing that Mark Turgeon talked to us about. I mean, his team has turned the ball over a lot this year. They have 78 turnovers in 5 games. That's almost 16 a game.
And 2 bigs in for Maryland with Tchaikovsky and Bender on the floor. And the rip by Cowan. Taking the distance.
He's fast and quick.
Griffin lost it and stepped out of bounds.
Well, Anthony Cowan, he's showing that he's one of the best point guards in the country. Showing a little D there. Terps up 1.
$11 minutes to air.
As in 11 wins, always get you to playoffs.
Tell that to the 08 Patriots.
Or the 85 Broncos. That of the pregame show, Sundays, CBS Sports Network.
Here we go.
Throws it down. A big-time jam.
At the end of the day, there's nothing better than a glass of wine, especially that first sip. The taste is so important, and wine just doesn't taste as good a day after it's been opened. What if you didn't actually have to open the bottle at all? With my Coravin, I never need to pull the cork. I simply insert the needle, tip, and pour. The cork reseals to preserve the rest of the bottle for months or even years. At home, relaxing with a glass of wine or entertaining friends, just insert, tip, and pour. Buy Coravin at these fine retailers.
When you upgrade your Wi-Fi to Eero, all your connected devices can finally work the way you want them to. Eeros replace your router, forming a wireless mesh network that blankets your home in fast, reliable Wi-Fi. With Eero, you'll have no more dead spots, slow spots, drop-offs, or buffering. It's Wi-Fi so good, you'll never think about Wi-Fi again. Now through Cyber Monday, get $50 off select Eero systems.
Do you feel sluggish or tired throughout the day? Have you ever thought the problem could be your liver?
My liver?
Your liver cleanses your body of things like too much food and drink. And if it's all clogged up, you feel sluggish and tired. But there is something you can do. Take Liverite Liverade, the natural dietary supplement just for your liver. Liverite helps your liver work properly so you can feel more energized. Cleanse your liver. Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
Back at Destin, semifinal number 2. Maryland with a 1-point lead. Lap, take us through your keys to the game.
Well, for St. Bonaventure, they have to rebound. Maryland is 5th in rebound margin in the country, so you have to rebound the ball. And the one thing about the Terps, they shoot a ton of free throws, got to keep them off the line. Maryland's got to play fast. The faster this game goes with their depth, the better, and they have to contain Mobley. I think St. Bonaventure would have a tough time winning a game without Jalen Adams that Mobley doesn't have a big game in.
Well, Maryland already up 9-4 on the boards, but they have turned the ball over 6 times.
Well, how about your starting guards have 4 turnovers between them in 7.5 minutes? That's really cannot happen. Cowan and Herter, 4 turnovers between them, 2 each.
So Mobley didn't enter the game until about the 5.5-minute mark. And the Bonnies down by 1. And it will stay with Maryland, almost a 7th turnover.
And Bonnies are changing defense. They played the zone there. Now they're back to man-to-man.
Daryl Morcell inbounding.
He's going to be really good, too, the freshman.
Little hamstring problem that he's dealing with. They may monitor his minutes tonight.
Good defense.
Morcell the rebound. Back up after the head fake.
He's really athletic. Good job by Maryland getting back in transition that time.
Mobley wanted to. Got it off to Griffin, and he finishes. Nice decision making from Mobley on that.
Very nice. And it seems like when they score, they come back in this 1-3-1.
Bender to Tchaikovsky and 1.
What a great job against the 1-3-1. Mark Turgeon has these guys ready. You get the flash to the hypo, stop it. Now he's got a decision to make. He can't play that baseline guy when he comes up high to guard Bender. Tchaikovsky ends up with the layup. Good job by the two big guys.
We're seeing why Mike Turgeon says that Bender's one of his smartest on the floor. 3-point play completed by Tchaikovsky.
But they worked on that against that particular 1-3-1 defense. If you hit that guy on the high post, that middle guy for St. Bonaventure has a decision to make. Who's going to stop the big guy in the back? That's the problem.
Marcel on Mobley. Courtney Stockard. And he got fouled going to the line. Sunday, 3 Eastern. Join us for a behind-the-scenes look at the 3rd annual Veterans Classic, hosted by Ed DeChellis and his midshipmen from Navy, featuring an exclusive 48-hour look into the rigorous life at the Naval Academy. It's all right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
That's such a great tournament. I do the Veterans Classic every year for the kids from the other teams to come and see how those midshipmen live.
It's amazing.
It's a little different than the way these other kids that just play basketball and go to school live, I'll tell you that.
It is beyond comprehension what those guys in the academy do normally, let alone the athletes.
Exactly.
Stockard good on both. 2-point ball game.
And you see them, they come down, they're trying to match up. Everybody's talking in this defense. It confuses me. Mobley's in the middle of the 1-3-1, and they play with a big guy in the back.
Marcel tried to dump it off to Fernando. Another turnover. Oh my!
Darian Griffin.
High wire act.
This is high wire for sure. What a great pass, but LaDarian Griffin has extremely long arms, and he goes up.
That's an underhand scoop move from Caputo.
Yeah.
Both ends were beautiful.
But you know, LaDarian Griffin's a little undersized, but those arms make him a lot taller.
For the lead. Can't get it.
And here's the 1-3-1 again. A little different. Now they're man-to-man. It's funny, and it makes Maryland come up and do what I did. They're looking to see what they're in.
Wiley. Herder from deep is off.
That's his shot.
Stockard down low, got swatted away by Fernando. Herder almost with the steal. Stockard step in for the jumper.
They wanted a double dribble. It was close. I think they ruled it that he didn't have possession.
Marcel can't get it. Blocking foul. He'll go to the line.
Stockard, who's had all kinds of injury problems over his career, trying to take advantage of things here.
And Turgeon wanted to travel on that. Didn't get it. Instead, the Bonnies get the 3rd lead change of the game.
They're tough. They play hard. St. Bonaventure competes hard. And I'll say this, both these guys are tremendous coaches. Mark Schmidt has done an unbelievable job. Many times was at St. Bonaventure when I was at UMass. That's not an easy place to recruit to. It's a great school, great tradition. They got 1,500 students.
How about that?
I'll tell you what, you go to the Riley Center, that's one of the toughest places in America to play. I've been there, and let me tell you something, that's a hard place to play. He's done a great job.
I mean, you're heading out to recruit to bring kids to Ole in New York. Where? Ole in New York.
An hour and a half from Buffalo, and you got to go out and recruit. The weather's tough, obviously, up there. He's done a great job.
Mark Schmidt is returning, as Coach Ladler said, the best backcourt in the country returning. And hasn't had both of them on the floor yet this year. Let's take a look at what this guy's done in the A-10. I mean, over the last 3 years, seriously?
That's a pretty good league, too, as we know. Great basketball league. Been to the NCAA tournament. Picked second in the league this year. Being projected, long way to go, as an NCAA tournament team with those two guards. Obviously, they got to be healthy.
Mobley had it knocked away. Howard couldn't gather. Stockard with the left hand. That one's off. Mobley. But a foul down low. And I think they may have gotten Griffin. And they did. His first 16 foul on the Bonnies.
Yeah, that's a foul. But they go at it hard. And here's that 1-3-1 again. And they have a guard up at the foul and just fronting Bruno Fernando.
Yeah, I was going to say, Lap, they've neutralized 23 until now.
Well, they went over the top.
He can't get that one to go, and Cowan another rebound. Boy, he works down by the rim, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. But you know what? They've got to get Mobley more involved offensively in this game.
Jackson lets fly
Terrible
again.
Shot.
Way off. Mobley gets a pick. Works into the paint. Lost the handle. Gets it back. Brockington. How about that move?
That freshman's got a chance to be good, too.
We're tied again.
They're doubling Fernando in the low post every time he touches it.
Cowan into the paint, off balance, lets it go, and a whistle. And they call a charge on Cowan. Another turnover. Little acrobatics.
I'd say.
Caputo to Griffin. We're knotted at 22.
Emerald Coasting is your next great beach getaway. Discover Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast. Emerald Coasting is your next great adventure. Discover Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast.
Together, we save big during Black Friday. We find the lowest prices of the year and the best brands for our celebrations. Right now, get up to 40% off major appliances like the Samsung Laundry Pair, only at the Home Depot.
I can taste it. I can taste it. Taste it.
What's that?
Well, this is my equation for success. I've developed the 4 Ps: politeness, patience, practice, and promotion.
Over the river and through the woods, the newest Polaris models are here for the holidays. Take home great deals on the world's best-selling side-by-sides and ATVs during the Polaris Holiday Sales Event.
Second semi of the Emerald Coast Classic, all knotted at 22. Lab, you said one of the keys to this was going to be working down low, and you said they're doubling on Fernando down low, but still Maryland's working most of their points down in the paint.
Yeah, they've been dominating in the paint so far in this game, 16-6 outscoring St. Bonaventure. But they're much bigger, there's no doubt about it. But this St. Bonaventure team is tough. They're tough.
Let's take a look at what Maryland's done down low.
Well, they've been doing a good job of finding the big guys off penetration, or they dribble penetrate, miss a box out, and they get a layup. So These big guys, that's one thing that Maryland, they have quality bigs that all are very good passers too, which makes a big difference. They can play together.
Morcell's hamstring looks fine there. Inside 6.5 to play in the first half. Rockington lost it. Wiley collects. He turns it back over. Numbers.
Boy, they're really closing out hard on Mobley. He can't really get an open look. This guy averages 25 a game. You know he's trying. Can't get a look.
He turns it over. Cowan the other way. Swatted. The Cards can't get anything going right now.
Hey, I'll tell you, these kids from St. Bonaventure are tough. That's good defense on Mobley.
That's a good swat from Taki.
And you know, Cowan is a guy who shoots a ton of free throws. He took like 200 last year. He's already got 42 attempts this year. That's 8 a game.
You got to watch where you put the broom.
Yeah,
broken broom on the breakaway. And we got a foul.
You got to get a sub broom out there to clean the floor.
They got Taki on that. That's his second. So Courtney Stockard will come in for him. Fernando will sit. Tchaikovsky in with Bender. Two bigs again down low for the Terrapins.
New assistant for St. Bonaventure, Dwayne Lee, played at St. Joe's, was assistant at Fairleigh Dickinson these last few years, where my son is an assistant coach, giving some pointers to Matt Mobley. He was a pretty good guard himself at St. Joe's.
Take a look at the numbers on Justin Jackson, the sophomore out of Ontario.
Struggling. Rebounding the ball well, but that's about it right now.
Hit his first 3 tonight, and a pair of free throws there to give the Terrapins a 2-point lead. Ianni, high arcing, short, Jackson. And Jackson stepped on the line. And yet another Maryland Terrapin turnover.
Wow, you know, there's a reason why they're averaging 16 turnovers a game. I mean, that's inexcusable, not knowing where you are.
They're 9th on the night.
They used to drive me nuts when guys would do that. So don't you know where you are?
And yet it happens.
Oh, it happens enough.
Fairly consistently. Offensive foul on Ianni.
That's another point of emphasis this year. Catching people with moving screens and catching people with screening too wide. You're supposed to set a screen only shoulder. Your feet should be shoulder width apart. His feet weren't too wide, but he moved his leg into the guy.
Eighth team foul on the Bonnies. From deep, Bender. Wow. Probably should not have taken that shot.
Bender had a guard on him for most of that possession. He ends up shooting a bad 3.
Wow, Stockard almost had it go. But the follow comes through from McPeasy. And we're tied again. Herter from deep. Can't buy one. Foul down low. And I think they've got the Bonnies on this one. Take a look at this follow.
Well, one thing about St. Bonaventure, a very good rebounding team, and these guys attack the glass. You got to put a body on him. Instead of just looking up at the rim for the ball, you got to put a body on somebody.
So with a broken broom, what do you do?
Oh, you got to go to the knee. You got to go to the floor with a towel. That's rough duty for my man. It's a lot easier with that broom. But how can you mop the floor with a broom? No, it had to be a mop.
Well, yeah, mop, broom.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I can see you do a lot of housework.
Fair enough. Touche, my friend. Venture good on the first. That is called a towel, though, isn't it? I got that part right.
Well, I knew to say that because, you know, your wife's in the stand. She's not home listening, so I knew it was fair.
Good with the second. I've been called out.
You know what? If my wife is watching, she's saying, well, that's the pot calling the kettle black.
She's shaking her head right now. But I'll let it go. They have been all over Mobley. He lets fly anyway. Can't get it. Frustrated tonight.
Tough shot, but you know, he's the kind of guy, he's a volume scorer. You got to let him take a couple of those.
Cowan into the paint, lobs it up, and Tchaikovsky got fouled. He will go to the line to extend Maryland's 2-point lead with 3:53 to go in semifinal number 2.
11 minutes to air.
As in 11 wins, always get you to playoffs.
Tell that to the 08 Patriots.
Or the 85 Broncos. That of the pregame show. Sundays, CBS Sports Network.
Emerald Coasting is your next great beach getaway. Discover Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast. Emerald Coasting is your next great adventure. Discover Destin, Fort Walton Beach, Okaloosa Island, the heart of Florida's Emerald Coast.
Buy one, get one wings are the best.
Now, I love the taste of free.
To me, it tastes like my garlic Parmesan wings.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm just eating the free one. No harm.
Boneless wings are now buy one, get one free Thursdays, 5 p.m. to close. This is how you Sonic.
I can taste it. I can taste it. Taste it.
Breakdown Week 12 on NFL Monday QB delivered by FedEx. Drew Brees and the Red Hot Saints travel to LA for a showdown with Goff and the Rams, with both setting their sights on securing a playoff spot. We go under center on the only NFL show all about quarterbacks. Monday at 6 on CBS Sports Network.
Hey, full day of college football tomorrow on CBS Sports Network, highlighted by number 23 ranked Boise State, looking to finish the season with a perfect Mountain West record. They're visiting Fresno State at 3:30 Eastern right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. The leaders of the Mountain, the leaders of the West, going at it tomorrow. Best on offense, best on defense. Lapp always says something's got to give when that happens, so we're waiting for it to give right here tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern. 2-point game here in the second semifinal. Mobley, not a starter tonight, late to a team meeting today. And the man who averages 25 and gets this team going has a deuce this evening.
You know, obviously it doesn't help that he didn't start the game. And he has not gotten into the flow really at all. But the team has not suffered greatly for it, obviously in a very close game.
Tchaikovsky, the senior in sociology. Good on both. Native of Slovakia. Big difference for this Terrapins team. Foul out top on Bender. And that will send Mobley to the line. Says, finally I get a chance to score.
Well, that's always a good place to get started. You know what I mean? When you can't get it going. I mean, here's a guy in 3 games prior to tonight has taken 31 free throws. So this kid gets fouled. I can see he plays very aggressively on the offensive end. This is a tough guy to guard.
0 for 3 from the floor. But he likes that spot. He'll get another. Fernando back on the floor. Jackson back on the floor. Tchaikovsky takes a seat. Mobley good on both. He's got 4.
And here's that 1-3-1 again. You know, they've had different guys on the foul line, different guys on top. People aren't used to playing against this defense. And they trap that big guy on the baseline right away.
Herter steps in, and even his push shot from 6 feet is short.
It's a good move by Herter, but he cannot get anything going right now.
Second foul on Fernando. And the Bonnie's back to the line.
This same Bonaventure team can keep you off balance. And you know, that defense is very hard to simulate in practice in terms of trying to get ready for it.
Wow, misses the front end badly, does Stocker.
The hardest thing about this defense is rebounding out of it. And they haven't done a good job on the glass, but they have really kept Maryland at bay.
Stolen.
Saw that coming.
A mile away. Brockington with a finish. Tied again with 2.5 to play in the first. Our 7th tie of the first half. Cowan lets fly. That won't go, and Brockington another rebound. Griffin inside the arc. That one's short. And we've got a foul down low, and this one on Akpizzi.
You take a look at this play here. Isaiah Brockington right here is reading the eyes of the passer. That passer can't see here, so he's going to step up here to make that steal because Cowan is the only one that Tchaikovsky is looking at. Good job by Brockington of doing what we call reading the eyes of the passer.
But that will send Bender to the line.
There's no doubt that for Maryland to reach the potential that Mark Turgeon wants them to reach, they're going to have to do something about these turnovers.
Gets 1 of 2. The man from Bosnia will sit down. Wiley comes in at the 1:52 mark. Try to free up Mobley for the jumper. That one's long. Stocker tried to save it. He knocked it out of bounds. Coming up on AT&T at the half, Dana Jacobson, John Rothstein, Jordan Cornette, all in our New York studios, going to get you caught up in a busy night in college basketball. All of that and so much more coming up on AT&T at the half. Herter Can he bury one? Not yet.
He's not going to get a better look than that one. And he usually buries those.
Boy, he struggled from behind the arc. Rockington. And Jackson goes down hard. Inside 45 of the first half. Cowan to the rim and gets the roll. And Mark Schmidt, angry at Griffin. Terrapins by 3, 36.7 left in the first.
When aviation is in your blood, you learn how to fly. When your family serves, you learn the meaning of hard work. And when you're born with a name that stands for power, performance, and precision engineering, you better make the family proud. Welcome to Textron Off-Road. Side-by-sides and ATVs built with a work ethic, a wild streak, and a relentless pursuit of adventure.
It has been a struggle for both teams. A bunch of turnovers for Maryland. Haven't been able to get their guards going. Mobley on the other end hasn't gotten going at all. But he's been helped out a bunch by his teammates to keep them in the game. Down by 3, 36.7 left. 6.7 difference on the shot clock. Stockard into the paint with the jump stop. Good move. Timeout. 4.3 and a 1-point lead for the Terrapins. They'll try and set something up. Take us to half. We'll be back for the last 4.3 after this.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like wet grocery bags, getting a bad haircut, overcrowded trains, turnstiles that don't turn, and spilling coffee on themselves. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV. And this weekend only, get a $200 reward card. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Mark Schmidt gathering the troops. He's got his bodies to within 1. Looking for one more defensive stop in the last 4 points.
Yeah, you know, they're in that 1-3-1. They'll probably be in it again. I would say Maryland needs to go to that high-low set where they get the ball to the foul line. But right now, they're going with basically 5 perimeter guys. Took both big guys out, Tchaikovsky and Bender. Have Jackson as a 5-man, so they're planning on getting something on the perimeter from 3, I guess.
Nickens to inbound. And it's 5 seconds. Didn't get it in.
Now, that's a bad turnover. You call it after a timeout. After a timeout, you've got 5 perimeter players basically in the game. Justin Jackson's your 5-man. That's probably your best ball handling team. You got to get the ball in bounds.
Nickens out. Tchaikovsky in. They'll give it to Mobley and let him go.
Oh, let him go. He's fast.
Mobley lets fly. It's blocked by Tchaikovsky. Clean block. And that'll take us to the end of the half. And a good one we had. Mobley doesn't start. His teammates pick him up. Maryland struggles turning the ball over, but they hold a 1-point lead at halftime. Let's head down to
Feel the energy. Live right with Liverite.
Thanks, Liverite.
Available at CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, and Walmart.
We are back in Destin. Halftime. And a good first half it was. Maryland up by 1 over St. Bonaventure. Brad Johansson alongside Steve Lapis. It wasn't exactly what we thought we'd see. We billed it as two of the best guards in the country. Those two guards got defended in the first half.
Well, they both have struggled. Obviously, Matt Mobley not starting probably affected him, but that defense of St. Bonaventure has Anthony Cowan out of sorts also, has the entire Maryland team out of sorts in terms of their defense. So it's been an ugly game so far, which kind of favors St. Bonaventure. They'd rather have that. But the turnovers by Maryland have been 11 turnovers in this game that have led to 12 points. And here's the thing. They're equal opportunity. They played 9 guys in this game. 8 of them have turned the ball over. So they're getting them from all over the place. 4 between the 2 starting guards, Herder and Cowan. So that's one thing that Mark Turgeon told us about today. He was concerned about his team's averaging 16 turnovers a game. And right now, this defense of St. Bonaventure, especially this 1-3-1 that's very aggressive, is causing all kinds of trouble.
Take a look at the first half stats. You said Maryland would probably win the boards. They have done that by 9, but it hasn't turned into a lead because of the turnover.
Because of the turnover, that's where they're getting. That's where St. Bonaventure is getting the amount of possessions they need to balance that out.
Let's throw it over to Gary Parrish.
So I talked to Mark Schmidt coming out of the locker room, and he chalked this up as a positive. Yeah, they're down 1 point, but got nothing from Matt Mobley in the first half. Team's 0 of 5 from three-point range, and they're still very much in this game. He said he talked to Mobley at the half about he's got to give the ball up. Maryland's running 2 guys at him on most possessions, and that's where him not being a natural point guard is actually hurting St. Bonaventure. He's got to make the right play. Maybe the OP guy misses a shot, but he's got to get the ball to him. And then Mark, of course, smiled and said, we've got to rebound better, but hey, it's a big team we're playing, so we'll see. But he's happy to be in it.
Yeah, and he's definitely in it. You're 0 for 5 from behind the arc. Maryland 1 for 10 from behind the arc.
I think both these coaches have found the silver lining. We heard Mark Turgeon say, hey, we have 11 turnovers and we're up 1.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're Mark Schmidt, you say, guess what? My best player hasn't scored, is averaging 25 a game, and we're down 1.
Glass half full as we start the second half of the second semifinal tonight here in Destin. Happy to have you with us. And we start with a turnover. This time Maryland trying to cash in, and Herder will finish close to the rim.
Well, if that possession defensively is any indication, I think a message was sent by Mark Turgeon at halftime. There was a lot of energy on that defensive set there. And he wasn't happy, and he's right. His team got outplayed, and the one thing a coach hates more than anything else is saying somebody else is playing harder than his team.
No question.
Will drive you insane.
Caputo with a dump to the corner. Ianni with a rebound. Goes back up strong, but he laid it up too short. Herder ahead to Cowan. He'll throw it up. No shot, down on the floor. They'll call this one on Mobley.
That was good, active defense to start the second half.
It's a second foul on Mobley. First team foul on the Bonnies. Fernando sets back out to Cowan. A look down low and another turnover for Maryland.
Too many. You're 3 feet from the basket. You're 7 feet, 6'11". Shoot it.
Ianni, the high archer, won't go. Fernando, the rebound. And we talked about what an offensive beast Fernando has been. He took 1 shot in the first half.
You know, it's this defense. This defense just makes it very hard for you to get the ball inside. They've been getting it in the paint from drives more than anything else, not from people posting up.
Cowan turned it over again.
That was a bad, bad decision by Cowan. I mean, he had nowhere to go that time.
Caputo into the lane. He turned it over. Got it back. A sloppy start to the second half. Mobley with a head fake. Still can't get it to go, and hangs his head after he misses that one.
Yeah, he did, and he shouldn't do that.
Look down low to Bruno. He almost threw it away. Bender got fouled.
Now you take a look at Anthony Cowan here. Look at Mobley right here. He's in a perfect position to help on this. So where's he going? Does he see any room there? And this should be a flare here by Herter. That would create a little bit more space because he's a good three-point shooter. Instead, he's standing in no man's land where you don't even have to guard him. And now Mobley's able to give the help. And that was poor offense, but poor decision by Cowan.
Bender's had a bad knee, 2 surgeries on his ACL. Came here and didn't speak any English. Changed his diet, dropped his pounds. It's been a huge help to Mark Turgeon. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. The lead is 4 for the Terrapins. Ianni in the paint. Adjusts and dumps. Griffin can't get the finish. Cowan to Fernando, and he got fouled.
And you know, Mark Turgeon was talking to us today about Fernando's hands are getting better. I tell you what, I think this is a pretty good catch here. That's some pretty good hands, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Right there, that's good hands.
Maybe I'm seeing something I'm not, Lap, but we're only 3 minutes into the second half. These guys look tired.
Interesting.
I mean, defense is heavy.
I'm not seeing the same bounce I saw in the first half. I have to agree with you.
Fernando good on both. Nice stroke at the free throw line. 6-point lead.
They really need to get Mobley going. They can't win this game without him getting 12 or 14 in the second half. I just don't think these other guys are capable of scoring enough over 40 minutes.
Wow, good Caputo to the rim. Herter from deep, and that won't fall. Guards can't buy a bucket. Oh! Caputo stole it, kicked it out of bounds. It'll go back.
They got that wrong.
I think they got that wrong as well.
Yeah, they got that wrong.
They may discuss this one. Steve Olson says, I didn't see it. It's your call, Jeff Anderson.
I thought this was going to be, that's a foul.
Dockard went after it. Fernando fouled him for sure.
That's a foul. Oh, my goodness.
In your face. He got all face.
That was a foul. No wonder Mark Schmidt is going crazy.
So even though this call may have been wrong, Bonnie served this one back. Is this a payback?
Man.
Down by 4 with the ball.
I'd rather have the 2 free throws than just the ball.
Yeah, he got a full face.
Oh, man.
Stockard wants it again.
Where are you going?
Still can't get it. Jackson.
That's a big-time move.
Justin Jackson to the rim.
That was a big-time move.
Mobley on the other end.
They may call that good. It was before.
He's calling it on the floor, I believe, before the shot.
Well, Justin Jackson makes a big-time move here in transition at 6'9", starting out with the crossover. Terps coming out with a little bit more energy in the second half, leading the Bonnies by 6.
I would like 3 weeks vacation.
2 is standard.
I'm not standard. 3 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, you are my sunshine. Oh, my
I'm here to talk to you about how AT&T gives you more. And so am I. Like how when you buy the amazing new iPhone 8, you get another one on us. See, we give you more phones and more spokespeople.
Are you guys doing a spokesperson thing right now?
Yes.
Awesome. Can I be in it?
Well, it's kind of like a two-phone deal, so 2 spokespeople.
Got it. Okay.
Thanks. AT&T. It's time for more.
It's time for more.
Buy the amazing iPhone 8 at AT&T and get a second one to gift on us.
Hey, Vaughn. Got a sec? What's up, Coach? I found this in your locker.
Coach, I'm delicate.
Shop like a pro at the Bass Pro Shops Thanksgiving 5-day sale for red hot deals.
Get this Bass Pro boat bag for only $10.
Get adorable warm Woolrich home socks, 2 pairs for only $19.
The sale starts Wednesday and goes till Sunday.
I know when I hand them the keys to their first car, it's going to be scary, but I also know that we're going to have USAA insurance for both my boys. Something that they're not even going to have to think of. It's just going to be in the family. We're the Tennies, and we're USAA members for life.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Bud Light, famous among friends, and by AT&T.
Back in Destin. Maryland and St. Bonaventure in the second of our semifinals tonight. Maryland with a 6-point lead, and Mobley really struggling to get going on this last possession. Said, I'm just simply taking it to the rim. Their guy who's averaging 25 a game hadn't made a shot tonight, at least from the floor.
Yeah, and they can't win this game unless he starts doing something. The other guys did a great job of keeping him in the game in the first half without him, but it doesn't look like they're going to need some numbers out of him if they're going to win this game. And, you know, but give Maryland a lot of credit. This St. Bonaventure team makes 10 threes a game and shoots 39% from three-point line. They don't have a made three tonight. The perimeter defense has been very good for Maryland.
Yeah, we've seen defense tonight for sure. Mobley again said, I'm going to the rim. Well, Mobley, as you said, the best returning backcourt in the country. This is what they're missing in Jalen Adams.
I mean, those two guys together, and Jalen Adams is a pure point guard. Mobley, he could be a point in a pinch. He's a combo guard, more of a 2 than he is a 1. But Jalen Adams is a pure 1. And those guys together, the highest returning duo of scorers in the country. So that's why St. Bonaventure was picked second in the A-10, which is a great league. And that's why they were primed, which they still could be, but you got to get Jalen Adams. He hasn't even practiced at all.
Gary Parrish told us at the outset, Adams hasn't made a practice, turned his ankle in an exhibition game, and hadn't been able to come back to practice. They think they're close, but as Mark Schmidt says, it's November.
And then it's going to take a couple of weeks. Once he does start practice, it'll probably take at least 2 weeks for him to get right.
He's a patient man, Mark Schmidt.
Y'all know. He knows his craft.
Mobley 6 for 6 from the free throw line. He's done that well, and this one lost off the hand of Tchaikovsky.
That's another bad decision. You know, it seems to me a lot of the turnovers for Maryland are the result of guys going one-on-one and not really knowing where they're going. Be a little more patient.
Inside 15. Easy goes with the left hand and a foul down low. Let's bring in more on Gary Parrish. Gary, fill us in on some.
Obviously, the turnovers have been a problem tonight. Here's the truth. They've been a problem for Maryland this entire season. They entered this game ranked 293rd in the country in offensive turnover percentage. They basically give it away on 1 out of every 4 possessions. And tonight doesn't look like it's going to do much to improve that percentage.
Wow. I mean, a team this deep, to have numbers like that?
And it's equal, as Mark Turgeon told us, it's equal opportunity. They all turn it over.
Do it.
It's not even like you can blame one guy. 8 out of 9 guys that played in the first half turned the ball over. You'd like to say 8 of 9 guys that played scored. 8 out of the 9 guys that played turned it over.
Gary, those are big numbers. Thank you for that. 14-32, and Herter will sit down. They'll get Nickens back in. Wiley on the floor as well.
And they got to get Mobley some kind of shot. He can't even get a shot.
Schmidt screaming at Mobley, saying, "What are you doing?" Can't get the ball inbounds. Got lucky to get it back. Brockington will inbound from the side. That was a bit easier. Griffin back to Mobley.
Tough shot.
Goodness gracious, was that a move?
Yeah, that was a tough shot.
I mean, he's being hounded. That did not look like a tired player on that shot.
Not at all.
Back within 2.
And here we're in a little different 1-2-2 defense.
Jackson from deep. Way off.
Wow. He has not been able to buy one this year. Shot clock. They reset it.
Didn't touch anything. So they'll go to the clock and find out when that heave, a.k.a. brick, went up.
I'll tell you, Justin Jackson is a good player. He floats around way too much for me. It's like, get after something.
All right, when you say
get after it.
That's at least twice tonight you said, not that shot.
Yeah.
When this kid's struggling, as you said he was coming in, what do you tell 21 to do in this
game?
Go
to the offensive glass.
Which he did early.
Go to the glass. You know, get an offensive rebound. Take the ball to the basket. Get out and transition.
That was at 13. Shot clock was at 13 when it hit, is where it should go back to.
You know what happens with a lot of these kids? So they try to prove, like he wants to prove that he's a 3-man. He's not really a 3-man. He's really a college foreman. That doesn't mean he can't be an NBA player or whatever. Like, hey, listen, they don't want to be NBA players. We get that. But you've got to start playing better at this level first. And he had a great year last year, and now he's struggling coming out of the gate. And he's got to start doing the little things. Get on a loose ball, dive, run the floor, get yourself going in other areas.
Well, Mark Turgeon talks about what a great kid he is.
Yes.
And what he said is we've gone back into some film study with him. He and I sitting down and going back and looking at a bunch of stuff.
Because he had 7 games last year that he was maybe one of the best players in the country at that time.
They mark it down to 11 seconds on the shot clock. Wow. Is what's left for Maryland. At 4, Wiley lets fly. Big rebound by Griffin.
You know, right now Maryland is in the danger zone because they can't get anything going in the half court. And they really need to start finding a way to get that ball inside a little bit more. Great backdoor.
Oh, Griffin with a great pocket pass down. Mobley couldn't grab it. Fires it up from deep. They had an easy chance to tie the game and come away with nothing. Cowan into the lane. Mobley in his way. Take a look at this pocket.
Yeah, I thought this was going to end up being a layup, but you know, they just bobbled it. It would have been a layup had he not bobbled the ball.
And then Mobley picks up his 3rd foul on the other end at 13-16.
I think they got to take him out for a minute or two. Because if he gets his 4th, he's got to sit probably 9 minutes. It looks like Caputo's coming in for him.
Cowan just lets fly.
Wow. That's what he needs to do. He's got to finish that.
Can't finish.
Get on the offensive glass. That was a good offensive rebound. We got to finish it.
Stockard. Where's he wheels underneath. Has a man. Look what I found. Easy with a finish. We're knotted up again. From deep, nothing will fall for Maryland.
This defense has them completely flabbergasted.
Stockard. Stockard's found a little confidence in himself. Take a look at this. In the lane, I got somebody. I'm not sure he knew Ikpeazi was there.
No, I don't know either, but
it worked. And now Stockard will go to the line.
I know Mark Turgeon, he's really looking for answers, but his best players, Herter, Cowan, not playing well.
Nothing.
Justin Jackson, not playing well. As a matter of fact, who is playing well for Maryland? Nobody.
It's a short list. We'll get a timeout here. Mobley sits at the 12-14 mark. And we are all knotted up. And now the referees are discussing something. And we may have a little blood. I think Tchaikovsky has a little blood that's being worked on before Stockard goes to the line.
And the other thing we got to look at here is St. Bonaventure only 5 turnovers in the entire game.
St. Bonaventure still has not hit from behind the arc. And Maryland's still 1 for 10 from. Goodness gracious.
They don't have a made 3, and they average 9 threes a game. Oh, that's nothing.
Caught one right in the teeth.
Yeah, I mean, they looked at. I guess they look at that for a flagrant.
No, I don't believe they looked at it. Just wanted to make sure they got the blood away from him.
I mean, you look at these guys, they haven't made a 3. They average over 9 a game. And they got a chance to have the lead with 12 minutes to go. They do have the lead.
You know, that elbow in the teeth, that cost Tchaikovsky a foul. He got the foul on it.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that was. You take it in the teeth, that's a foul on you. So Stockard gives his team a 2-point lead.
You know what? St. Bonaventure has gotten a lot of gritty performances by different Brockington, Stockard, you know what I mean? Ikpeazi. A little bit of something from everybody. Except Mobley.
Except Mobley. Our 7th lead change of the game.
Another turnover. Now that's a terrible one-handed pass. If I'm Mark, he's taking him out. I would take him out for that too. That was a horrendous pass.
Herter getting up. Morcell will join him. Morcell been sitting with 3 fouls. No Mobley on the floor. Brockington dumped it off, and it's an offensive. Nowhere to go. That one didn't quite work out. But at the 11:33 mark, it's Bonnie's by a deuce.
While other companies are raising their rates, the General is fighting to make auto insurance easier to get, regardless of your driving record.
The monthly payments are low, and you can get immediate proof of insurance.
Get an anonymous online quote and ride with the General. Too quick for him, General.
Nice footwork, Shaq.
Somebody give me some ice.
For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
I can shut down your power grids. I can paralyze your infrastructure. I can access the personal data of everyone in America. I am the enemy with no face, and I can't be stopped.
For every would-be cyber attack, there's a team of U.S. Army cyber warriors who will not be defeated. Find out more at goarmy.com/team.
Hey, Vaughn. Got a sec? What's up, Coach? I found this in your locker.
Coach, I'm delicate.
Back in Destin, Bonnie's by 2. 17 turnovers for Maryland, Lap.
Well, you take a look at this defense. It's a 1, 3, and 1 in the back. But take a look at Justin Jackson out here. Why would I even have to think about guarding him? I won't guard him. He's that far away. So now I'm playing 5 guys against their 4. Then you have Deion Wiley throw that horrendous one-handed pass. You've got to dribble into that gap. You've got to move the ball from side to side. Maryland has not moved the ball well offensively in this game against that zone, and they need to start doing it, because if I'm Mark Schmidt, I'm going to give him a steady diet of that zone like I've been giving it to him.
What you said is they're equal opportunity offenders. Everybody on the team is doing something.
It's unbelievable. And carelessness, that's a careless play. You can't throw a pass like that when your team is averaging 16 turnovers a game.
Mobley still sitting, getting a rest here, as he's got 3 fouls. Bonnie's lead by 2. Cowan lets fly from deep. Finally, after 1 of 15 from behind the arc, Maryland retakes the lead with a triple.
And that was a better set because they got the ball into the post area to Kevin Herter. Great pass.
Worked it down low, and Ikpeazi couldn't finish.
You got to finish that.
Maryland on the run. Put back. And 1. Cowan from deep, now 2 of 16 to give Maryland the lead. And then how about Sean Obi? Let's try somebody new.
Yeah. That was a quick turnaround.
Obi just steps on the floor and puts 3 points in. And just like that, Maryland's back up by 4 after the Bonnies had a 2-point lead. And guess who's coming back?
Yeah, you can't keep out. That's a good move.
Brockington just inside the arc. That's short.
Might even be worth a timeout to bring him back in.
Herter from 3. Worth a timeout now. Mobley sat with a 2-point lead. 9-point run. Terrapins by 7.
Producing Works Pegasus, a next-generation all-in-one work table and clamping system. Ordinary work tables can't compete. Pegasus has integrated clamps that hold materials tight at any angle. Steel reinforcement makes Pegasus super strong. To prove it, we had Pegasus support a car. Sets up in seconds and folds flat for easy storage. Strong, versatile, portable. A workspace, any place. The Works Pegasus.
What makes the new DiGiorno Crispy Pan Pizza different than delivery?
Pan, 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 pan. Pan, pan.
You bake it fresh in its own pan, giving our new DiGiorno pizza a crispy, caramelized crust. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
Shop like a pro for great doorbuster deals at the Bass Pro Shops Black Friday sale.
Like Redhead Men's 5-pocket jeans for under $10.
Save 50% on Bass Pro hooded angler jackets.
Doors open at 5 a.m.
USAA to me means peace of mind. We had a power outage for 5 days total. We lost a lot of food. We actually filed a claim to USAA to replace that spoiled food. We really appreciated that. We're the Weber family, and we're USAA members for life.
Game 1 of the semis. TCU by 2. McNeil for 3 at the buzzer would not go, and the Horned Frogs hang on. 69-67 to win the first semifinal of the Emerald Coast Classic. You take a look at the bracket. They will face the winner of Maryland and St. Bonaventure tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern, right here on CBS Sports Network. And this one up for grabs.
Well, the upstarts have been tough tonight.
Yes, they have.
And, you know, the question is, can Matt Mobley get something going? And, you know, the thing that's really hurt Bonaventure, they don't really have a great inside game. So they got to make threes. And they haven't made one yet. Not one. A team that makes 10 a game.
Well, we mentioned the 9-0 run before the break, but it happened in 47 seconds while Mobley was on the bench. Stockard step back. Arc, oh my. Did you think Stockard had this in him?
No, I didn't.
Played a whale of a game tonight.
You know, Mark Schmidt may have found something here. And a lot of times that's what happens. They got a guy injured and other people have had to step up and they'll become a better team for him.
Cross court to Cowan and another turnover. Number 18.
That's tough shot he makes here.
Got a little forearm push off. A little bit. Didn't get called. It counts.
Cowan is a very good defender. This Maryland team's a good defensive team. They're holding people to 36% shooting on the season.
Griffin from deep. They give it to 2. Just a foot on the line.
Stockard, Griffin, Brockington. And here's that 1-3-1 again.
They answer that 9-0 run with a 4-0 run of their own.
And then it kind of morphs into a 2-3. It's a tough one.
Jackson steps back. Foot on the line. They give him 2. Ianni spins, stops. Cowan lets fly. Bang! Shooters keep shooting. And the Bodies want a timeout. Mark Schmidt has a few words for Ianni.
Well, they couldn't buy one all night. Starting to heat up a little bit on the Terps. Up by 8.
What's that? Well, this is my equation for success. I've developed the 4 Ps: politeness, patience, practice, and promotion.
You're Drew Brees. I'm sorry to bother you, but my car broke down, and I'd really appreciate a ride to the stadium.
Yes! But no, I have to stay here and wait for a package.
I thought anybody who rooted for me would have FedEx Delivery Manager. That way you can sign for your packages remotely and even customize your delivery time. Excuse me, sir. Could you take me to the stadium?
Sure, hop in.
Thank you.
Hope you like jazz fusion. Scoot up one. Sorry.
Customize your deliveries with FedEx Delivery Manager.
Ice cold, Dr. Pepper. Last one.
Hey, that's my Dr. Pepper.
I saw it first.
No, you didn't.
Let go.
You let
Guys,
go.
You. Larry, what do I do?
Oh, yeah, old-fashioned crave-off. Generations of bad blood.
Rivalries. No tackles.
Don't make any sudden movements. I got just the thing. Easy. Easy. We're lucky. It usually doesn't work.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper. Here. Let's go.
The original Sonic cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99. The last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college.
No, I was in college. You were in denial.
Oh, good school.
Now you can pair a cheeseburger or footlong coney with onion rings for $2.99. This is how you Sonic.
Let's take a look at the game summary brought to you by Bud Light.
Well, say Bonaventure has not been able to make a three-point shot. Give Maryland a lot of credit for their defense for doing that. And Maryland hasn't shot the ball particularly well, but they don't rely on it as much. But now all of a sudden, Cowan hits a couple of shots. Obi comes off the bench, gives them a lift. And their defense has been solid the entire game. Cowan knocks out a couple of threes. And their lead gets extended a little bit. Obi with a great offensive rebound there. And the defense has been solid the entire game. And then Cowan going behind They go under the screen there, and he knocks it out.
So 14-4 run in less than 3 minutes for Maryland. And as you noticed on that game summary, 0 for 7 from behind the arc for the Bonnies.
I mean, then to put that in perspective, they average 10 made threes a game. But this perimeter defense, Cowan's a very good defender. He's really given Mobley all kinds of trouble tonight.
Ianni with a putback won't go, but he will go to the line. The 6'8" sophomore out of Nigeria by way of St. Francis Academy. Fourth foul on Fernando, who's been very quiet tonight.
Quiet. I was so looking forward to seeing him because watching the Maryland games, I loved him. I'm not saying I don't love him now, but he has not really been as involved as he usually is. I think Mark Turgeon agrees.
So Bruno will sit. Taki back on the floor for the Bonnies. 4 points, 4 fouls for Bruno.
Yeah, just not in it at all.
1 of 2 for Ianni. 7-point lead for the Terps.
It better be Mobley time soon.
Bonnies need a stop. Cowan will let fly. And Obi with another offensive rebound. He's a significant body. Yes.
But this is a pretty good rebound because he has the... He moves some people out of there. He can create some space now.
6'9", 250. Is 250 fair?
No. I don't think so.
Deep on the first. And there's Stockard for the rebound. So they got to stop. Stockard will take it, and probably ill-advised.
A little patience is necessary.
Another turnover.
Wow. That was a completely telegraphed pass. Cowan has been tremendous on Mobley defensively. Tremendous.
Rockington to the rim and off the glass. They got another stop and they got a hoop. They're back within 5. A lot of time left.
That was a terrible pass.
Almost another turnover.
Wow. I saw that from here and I said, what's he doing?
Cowan will go to the line.
Rockington with a strong move here. Freshman has played well.
I mean, you got to give it up for Mark Schmidt's guys who have picked up a lot of slack from Mobley, who has just been shadowed by Cowan.
And are playing without Jalen Adams to start with. So they basically are in this game against a potential top 25 team with neither one of those guys, one not playing at all and one not playing nearly as well as he needs to play.
Cowan 1 of 2. Rockington the rebound. He doesn't have numbers. We'll slow it back.
Well, he can't get a shot. I mean, he's trying. He can't get one.
Ianni. Taki with a rebound. Tip. Got it. Ianni. There's plenty of effort from the Bonnies tonight. They're back within 4. And Turgeon wants a timeout. Mark Schmidt's got his guys playing hard. Take a look as they get back in it.
Well, they miss a pretty makeable shot there, but they're just all over the glass. No give up in the Bonnies.
Ianni has played well down low. He scored early in this game. A couple of jump shots, hit both his first 2 free throws. And has now worked the glass and worked down low against bigger bodies. And he has the Bonnies within 4. 5:46 to play. And the story of the game is real simple for Maryland. They can't take care of the basketball.
No. That's the story on their season, really. And, you know, here they are. They come into this game 5-0 because competition has been what it's been up until this point. They've been getting away with it. But guess what? You're not going to get away with that in the Big Ten.
Well, and we've talked about the depth. You know, when a guy makes a mistake, you have somebody else to go to. 8 ties, 7 lead changes. Maryland with the biggest lead of the night at 8. Bonnies have it back within 4 and looking for a stop. Herter from deep, can't get it. Mobley feeds Ianni. Gets a man in the air and got fouled. Got Tchaikovsky.
Not a good foul. Put him at the foul line now.
Second on Tchaikovsky. Ianni heads to the line. He's made 3 of 4 there. Looking for his 10th. Can't get it. Marcel steps back.
Bad shot. That's a force. They haven't really moved the ball well against this zone at all.
Mobley to the rim. Hello.
Just attacks. He gets Maryland backpedaling and he just attacks them. They don't stop the ball.
They've weathered another storm. The Bonnies back within 2. Inside 4.5 to play.
It looked like Maryland was going to grab control of this game, but they haven't been able to. Move the ball to That is horrendous.
Another turnover. Stocker to the rim. He'll go to the line. A 7-1 run and a chance to add to it.
I mean, they have not moved the ball and made this defense shift at all. Playing on one side of the floor, which is what happened. They've had so many turnovers with the ball staying on one side of the floor. It's unbelievable.
Stockard with 10 points on the night, 5 rebounds. Some big plays in this game. Got the first one and has a chance to tie this up.
20 turnovers.
20.
4 minutes to go. This is not going to make Mark Turgeon sleep any better tonight.
We're knotted up again, folks.
They got to move the ball from side to side a little bit. They keep playing on one side of the floor. That's it. You got to go side down, throw opposite.
Herter in the paint. Jump stop.
That's good offense.
Wiley from deep.
That was good offense. The ball went side to side, inside out. Now you got a chance to get a good shot.
Mobley to the rim again, and he got fouled again.
You got to move the ball against this zone defense. Herder gets it inside out, finds Wiley in the corner, and we got ourselves a heck of a game going on here with Maryland up 3.
Here we go.
An evening in front of a fire can be so relaxing, but dangerous creosote buildup can cause a chimney fire if not removed. Help protect your home with CSL, the creosote sweeping log. It helps clean your chimney while it burns. Inside your chimney walls, there's a constant buildup of flammable tar and creosote. The active minerals in CSL will reduce those dangerous deposits, making your next fire safer. It's so easy. Burn just once every 60 fires. CSL, the creosote sweeping log.
CSL is available at Lowe's, participating Ace, True Value, and Walmart.
Save on pet food and supplies at Chewy.com.
I love shopping for my pets at Chewy because the prices are amazing. I have a big family, so saving money is important. At Chewy, we save on the dog's food, the cat's litter, and all of their toys and treats. Plus, it's delivered right to our door, and the shipping is free. The pets love the box, and we love the savings.
Save 20% on your favorite brands and get fast free shipping today. Shop online now at Chewy.com.
Attention! If you had surgery to repair a hernia, listen closely. A certain type of hernia mesh has recently been recalled. This product may cause pain, swelling, bowel obstructions, infections, mesh failure, and hernia recurrence. If you had hernia repair surgery in 2006 or later and suffered complications that required additional surgery, you may be entitled to compensation.
Call Sokolov Law, 1-800-474-9422 for a free legal consultation. 1-800-474-9422. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Emerald Coast Convention and Visitors Bureau and the beautiful beaches of Destin, Fort Walton Beach, and Okaloosa Island. And by Hilton Sandestin Beach Golf Resort and Spa, Northwest Florida's largest beachfront resort.
Dancing time in Destin. Emerald Coast Classic. Yeah, we got a good one going. Take a look at the keys to the game. Lap.
Well, St. Bonaventure getting killed on the glass hasn't really, it's hurt them a little bit. They're down 3. Keep Maryland off the free throw line. They really haven't been able to. Maryland needs to speed the tempo of this game up so that they couldn't have to set up against that zone like they have the whole game. Their assisted turnover ratio is horrendous, and they've contained Mobley, which is a big reason why they're up 3. Otherwise, they'd be down.
We've talked about the depth of Maryland, and yet St. Bonaventure's bench outscoring them 26-19. And now Mobley, who has been kept very quiet this evening. Gets the roll on the first.
You know what, though? Without him, they've made the game close enough where now he can do his thing and they can steal this game.
Chance to cut it to 1. Fernando back on the floor for Maryland.
A lot of standing around for Maryland right now on this possession.
Cowan penetrates off balance to Fernando on the lob, and he got fouled underneath by Taki. The 4th on Taki, and the 9th team foul. So next foul for both teams will send each into double bonus. A shooting foul this one was. So Fernando misses his first, will get a second. Only 4 on the night for Bruno. His 5th. Morcell will come in. Wiley will sit for Maryland. And Brockington brings it up. Trying to isolate Mobley. He takes it into the paint. Knocked off a Maryland knee. And will stay with St. Bonaventure.
Wow. Really?
May have caught a break. Inbound Ianni. And we got a foul here, and they will call that one on Mobley.
See, I think that's a bad call. I thought Cowan grabbed him first, and I thought they saw the second one. Now, that's how I saw it, which I've been wrong before.
That will be Mobley's 4th at the 2:53 mark. Mark Schmidt trying to tell him what he was supposed to do. 2-point game. Maryland with the lead in the ball.
Let's see if they can get the ball moving here and get some inside outs, which has been their best offense against the zone. Look how high up they're playing offense. You can't play offense that far from the basket and have good offense.
Down low to Fernando. Tried to draw the charge, but Stockard couldn't get the call, and Bruno finishes.
Well, they got the ball moving side to side that time a little bit. Mobley was wide open. They muffed the switch there.
Mobley again into the paint with the left.
Well, now they're switching everything, Maryland. That time Fernando ended up on Mobley, and he saw it, and he took him.
Officials timeout. Got some moisture on the floor. So Fernando finishes with the acting from Stockard.
And then you see Fernando switches out on Mobley, and he can't stay in front of this kid. He's too quick.
On the shot clock. Inside to Herder. Back out Wiley. Step back after the fake, and that's off. Great rebound by Mobley.
That was not a good shot.
Chance to tie or take the lead. Mobley straight to the rim, and he got fouled.
Now, I'm curious about one thing. Cowan has had Mobley the whole game and done an unbelievable job. Why's Herder got him that time? I don't know.
I mean, take a look.
I mean, if Mobley said, I'm taking him. And I'm not saying Herder's a bad defender, but Cowan is a really good defender.
Locked him down all night.
All night. Couldn't get a shot. It's not even like Mobley's, like 2 for 20 or so. He had trouble getting shots in this game.
That's Herder's 4th foul. And after all of that, Mobley's got 16 on the night left.
And this thing is tied.
And we are all knotted up at 59.
That's where you got to get the ball.
Cowan drives, cross court. Jackson from deep. Great rebound by Taki. Under a minute to play.
Get it?
Timeout, St. Bonaventure. Welcome to the Emerald Coast Classic.
Well, you know what's going to happen here. Somehow Mark Schmidt's going to try to get the ball to Mobley. What they've done is they've run a kind of a weave and gotten Maryland to switch all those screens, maybe they'll run the wheat and get a favorable matchup on Mobley and then clear it out, whether it's Herder on him or Wiley on him, but not Cowan. Anybody but that. So let's see how they're going to figure it out, because Bonaventure doesn't really have anywhere else to go offensively.
You have talked about it at this time. Okay, now we've gotten to the point where we've kept our team close. The guy we want to win it for us is Mobley. He now has 16 points. Are you drawing up a play only for Mobley here?
Absolutely. He's got to. Whether he drives and gives it to somebody else because the defense collapses on him, that's fine. That may happen. But he's got to be the guy with the ball in his hand to make that decision. Whether it's him trying to score it or whether it's him kicking it to somebody because they help, he's got to be the guy with the ball. And I guarantee you, he will be the guy. In Maryland, they got to get Cowan on him and not let him touch it. He's got to get Cowan. You know, you're Mark Turgeon. You know they want to get the ball to Mobley. You got to deny him the ball any way possible. Tell Cowan to face guard him. Don't worry about anybody else on the court. Just face guard Mobley.
As you see, St. Bonaventure is out of timeouts. Maryland with 2. Mobley, the man they may be setting this play up for, has 4 fouls. Takei, Stockard, Brockington, Mobley, and Ianni on the floor for the Bonnies. Cowan, Morsell.
And Cowan is on Mobley right now.
Fernando, Jackson, and Herder.
Oh, yeah, they're going to run him off a baseline screen.
Gets a pick from Ianni. Takes it into the paint, to the rim. Can't get it to go. And a foul down low. It'll stay here. They'll call it on Morsell. And that is the 4th on Morsell.
But one thing about Mobley, he's been taking the ball to the basket. His only success tonight has been going to the basket, and that time going to the basket created an offensive rebound and a foul.
We're in double bonus. Ianni makes the first, and the Bonnies have the lead.
I think Maryland's best offense has been when they were able to throw the ball to Herder at the high post, because he's a good passer. He sees both sides of the floor. That seems to have been the best thing they could do against that zone.
He made them both. Bonnies with a 2-point lead. 37.4 left. Takei comes out. Griffin comes in.
This is going to be a huge rebound here if Maryland doesn't score.
1 timeout left now for Maryland. 35.5 to go. Maryland with the ball. They trail by 2 and have 1 timeout in the bank.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what Maryland draws up. You know, if I had to guess, Mark Schmidt's going to be in that 1-3-1. It's been so effective the whole game. Why not? The only problem with the 1-3-1, you worry about giving up a 3. You know, it's one thing for them to make a deuce. They make a 3, now you're down 1. Maryland, on the other hand, get the ball moving. You got time. Don't panic. You got 29. I mean, you don't want it to come down where you use the entire shot clock because you're down 2. You want to try and get a good shot in the next 10 seconds to make this game go as long as you can. Move the ball side to side, get it to the high post, and look opposite and try to make something happen. But you got to move the ball a little bit. You can't let that defense just... You can't be stationary on offense.
You see Maryland has the ball. They have 1 timeout. They have the possession arrow as well. You set it up that Mobley was going to be the guy with the shot. Who do you go to with the shot on this side?
See, against the zone, it's different. You can't just designate one guy. It's one thing to be, they're playing you man-to-man. You say, give him the ball, he's going to have a guy on him to take him. Against the zone, you got to move the ball. You don't know really who's going to get the shot. I would say, get the ball to the high post area to Herder, and then see what happens from there.
Jackson will inbound.
And Bonaventure man-to-man. That's good for Maryland. Better rebounding for St. Bonaventure, which is probably why Mark Schmidt went man-to-man here. But I think it's better because now Cowan can make something happen, or they can get the ball to Fernando down low.
Cowan with the ball on top, Mobley on him.
Yep.
Jackson at the stripe. And Mobley is fouled out.
What a bad foul. That was a foul. I mean, it looked like it from here.
Mobley pleading his case, but he has fouled out of the game at 25.8 left.
Yeah, the screen. He got screened and he got hit. And in trying to catch up to Cowan, he fouled him.
So Mark Schmidt has to put someone in for him. Mobley was heroic down the stretch, and now he will have to sit the final 25.8.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. In my estimation, if they're going to win this game, they better win it in regulation, because it's going to be hard with him out.
Taki comes in. Taki, Griffin, Ayani.
And, you know, that eliminates... If Maryland doesn't score here, obviously St. Bonaventure is going to hold the ball. The shot clock's off. That eliminates a really good free throw shooter. You want the ball in Mobley's hands. He's not there to go down there and knock those foul shots out.
Comes down to the guards again. We said it at the top of the broadcast. Cowan good on the first.
Well, if this game is tied, St. Bonaventure holds for the last shot.
They have no timeouts left.
Just got to hold it, and with 6 seconds to go, you go, and at least leave yourself enough time for an offensive rebound.
Cowan makes them both. We're tied again.
But you got to get the last shot of the game.
Shot clock is off.
Stockard or Brockington are probably their best one-on-one options. Too early, not yet.
Morcell on Stockard.
Time to go.
And he does. To the rim! Got it with 3.2. Timeout, Mark Turgeon.
Wow, what a play.
Did we say this man had confidence tonight?
He does, and he did. And Stockard does a great job. Great execution there on that pick and roll. You see the screen come on top, and then Fernando just can't stay in front of him. That was really not good defense on a pick and roll.
All right, Mark Turgeon has to go full court. 3.2 left on the clock. What do you call now?
Well, you have enough time. If you throw the ball to half court, you got enough time for a pass, a dribble, and a shot. Each thing takes about 1 second. You got to throw the ball up into the front court. If it's anything in the back court, you're not going to get a shot off. So you got to set up something in the front court, maybe flash somebody to half court, throw it to the wings.
Refs are sending them back to the huddles again to check the time to make sure they're right on 3.2.
And if I'm St. Bonaventure, I'm taking my biggest guy and putting him on the ball. They're taking the ball out of bounds, Maryland. They can run the baseline because St. Bonaventure just scored. You put your biggest guy on the ball, but you make sure you tell him, don't charge. I don't know if you remember the end of that GW game last year. The kid is guarding the ball, and they ran a guy in front of him, and he charged into him. So you tell your guy, your big guy who you put on the ball, don't charge. They're going to try and sucker you into a charge.
Through the net at 3.2. I'm not sure this changes at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sending them back again. They haven't decided. As we've said, they've had some problems with the shot clock and the actual clock, so they don't have a ticker on their belts. Let's watch up high as this ball goes through the net.
That is really bad defense by Morcell, the freshman. I mean, the game's on the line. You got to stay in front of that guy. That's, you know, that's what freshmen do. They play defense like that sometimes.
They leave it. They move it up to 3.4. 2/10 they at.
Nobody on the ball. I don't like that.
Morcell to inbounds.
The famous Duke Kentucky game, Rick Pitino didn't have somebody on the ball either. Oh, we know how that turned out.
Maryland down 2. Inbound to Cowan. He runs. No foul call. Lost the ball. And St. Bonaventure has pulled the upset. He juggled the inbound pass dribbled into a triple team and hoped for a foul.
What a huge win for the Bonnies. Huge. And what a great job by Mark Schmidt. He really coached himself one heck of a game today. That's one happy guy.
Take a look at it one more time. Morcell the inbounds.
Not a good pass.
Into a triple team and was hoping for a foul.
Yeah, there's no foul.
How about St. Bonaventure with the upset? Take a look at our bracket. TCU barely survived.